Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Hardcore Heroes. Players, you have destroyed the remaining hobgoblins via asphyxiation. The fire
How's
is burning down there. It's well past midday now. It's maybe mid-afternoon.
Do you think we should maybe try and put the fire out and climb down there and see what they had down there?
I think we should wait. The fire will burn out naturally.
The issue with putting it out is we'll still have a lack of oxygen down there, and we'll still have to deal with all the smoke. I think if you want to try to see what's down there, it's best to just let the fire run its course. We'll open up that hole sometime later, and let it kind of resupply the tunnel with oxygen. What I want to do first, Mr. Malachi, is I need Corny's body off that stake at once, and we need to give this companion and dear friend of ours a proper burial and seeing off.
Agreed.
I suppose. Well, I'll supervise.
Roke is more than happy to take the lead on this.
I mean, I've done funerals as a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to dig a hole.
I feel like I can sort of start a quick funeral procession. But yeah, he would definitely take your help for like helping to dig a hole and like getting the body ready and everything.
Definitely.
You guys don't want to just put him down the hobgoblin hole?
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. He is a hero. He doesn't.
He's a hardcore hero. He gets a proper send-off.
Yeah, he does not rot in some hole with a bunch of fucking hobgoblins.
Sure. You guys improvise some tools, and it'll take you the rest of the day to dig a hole big enough for Corny and deep enough to be respectful and perform your rites.
We also loot him, if possible.
Oh yeah, is his bow anywhere in like the camp?
No.
What?
Nor is his quiver. Nor is really anything on him. It's pretty much just Corny in his clothes.
So his bow. So his bow wasn't where he died.
It wasn't where he died, and
As in
it's
where he
not
got
here.
Okay, so it's probably in the hole. We'll have to get it later.
Yeah,
They might actually have some stuff down there then.
Yeah, we'll check the hole a different time. Let's give Corny a proper burial tonight.
I assume the fire's burned out by now. Like I kind of checked.
Yeah, by the time you're done with the Corny corpse and everything, the fire is out. There's still some...
Yeah, I just kind of removed.
Yeah, there's a little smoke coming out.
I just kind of removed.
It's not safe to go down there right now. We need to go do that tomorrow at some time.
Yeah, I just
maybe
wanted to
we
remove the
should
tent
back
so
out.
it could reoxygenate. Like,
Sure.
bring up the hole anyway.
Go.
Sure. Okay.
So we spend another night on this island, check the hole out in the morning, and then maybe see about using one of those canoes tomorrow, right?
Yeah. The night passes peacefully and uneventfully. There's no
Can we
sign
hunt?
of...
Can we get food so we don't have to use rations?
Um,
I mean, I'll go
How
back
much
to
did our fishing and our rabbit get us from the morning? Do we have any-
just food for that day.
Okay, so we'd have to do that again tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep doing that every day. Okay, so the next day, after you wake up, Croak, you go out hunting, and you're having a lot harder of a time finding a good spot to get game.
Okay.
2 hours pass, and you haven't been in a good hunting position to get anything other than maybe a squirrel or a chipmunk, and it's not good enough.
Okay. I guess
If Corny were here, we could lure some squirrels.
I feel like we can always go back to the shore and do some spearfishing.
Yeah.
we could do that. 2 hours is a significant amount of time. How far have I ranged into the forest doing this?
You're maybe a mile into the forest. Now that you're not following tracks, getting out would actually be quite quick. It's the tracking creatures slowed you down quite a bit. But if you're just walking to the shore, you can probably get there in...
I was just trying to think how much
20
forest
minutes,
in
15
2
minutes?
hours I've hunted, right? That seems
Oh,
like
during your 2 hours, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's kind of like slow moving, waiting, watching, slow moving. So you haven't covered that much territory. But it's less about covering territory, more about waiting for prey.
I'll give it 2 more hours and then return to the party and say we need to do something else.
Another 2 hours pass. It's almost midday now, and you still haven't found anything.
Okay.
Alright, Croak, look, I'll show you how to fish.
Yes. First, we should. I imagine the hole is safe to traverse at this point. It's the next day,
This is midday the next day, yeah.
Let's check it out then.
so we need a rope of some kind to get down there because I assume the ladder's been burned.
Ladder's
and broken.
gone.
I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Perfect.
That was on your backpack the whole time? It wasn't
Yep.
left on the beach?
Yep.
Okay.
Either way, we could. Oh well. Yeah.
Tie it to a tree.
Conveniently,
Use
there's
the
a
15-foot hole.
branch
We can-
directly above the hole that you can tie it to. Very easy.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
As long as it's like sturdy, otherwise we'll just
Yeah,
go for it.
very sturdy. Who wants to go first?
Uh,
I shall go first,
All
since I killed their leader.
Okay.
well,
No.
you had a lot of assistance.
Perhaps some.
Yeah, I had like 4 darts of max damage.
Yes, you certainly affected it momentarily.
Please, lead the way, Mr. Malachi.
Yeah, Slayer of Hobgoblins.
Thank you. Yes, I shall.
Okay.
I think I may have killed more than anyone else in the party, actually. When I start climbing.
You descend the 15 feet with ease. The air down here is still a little thick, but you can breathe.
Yeah, if I can't breathe, then I'll go back up, obviously.
No, you can breathe, but it's a little thick. You look
I bring the
around.
staff
There's
with
not
me
a
to
lot
clear
of.
them.
Oh, you've got your staff, right? So you've got plenty of light via your staff if you desire. You
Yep.
can see around, and well, there are the asphyxiated corpses of 6 adult hobgoblins and like 8 hobgoblin young. You see that there is a broken barrel lying on the ground, as well as a barrel of apples that you recognize from the shore.
I kick a few of the bodies over, just to, like, check.
Yeah. You
Just
see
to disrespect them.
there's some weapons lying around, the same crude spears that they had before, some clubs. You do see Corny's short bow and arrows stuck in a corner. Well, it's not really a corner. This is a rather large circular room, pretty much, in the shaft. The exit shaft just comes down the center of it.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I assume we're going down with him because like he went down first, but I wasn't gonna like have him go down and then just not follow.
yeah, sure. But he goes down, then you come down. So you step down at this point to see this sight.
Right.
Well, there's Corny's bow.
Yes, I take that.
Cool.
I
Add
don't
it to
think
your
there's
character
much-
sheet. 3 pounds.
Cool.
Is there anything else?
How much do the
follow
arrows
you.
weigh?
I want to find his like
The-
wineskins.
The quiver weighs 2 pounds, and the arrows weigh 2 pounds.
Okay.
Um,
many
you
arrows?
find the wineskins completely empty.
Damn it.
I
How-
don't know how many arrows he had left. We're just gonna say some of them got broken, some of them got lost. There are 7 arrows left.
Okay.
So that weighs 1 pound actually for the arrows.
All right. Cool.
So I want to check the ground of the cave to see if maybe they've like buried some valuables or anything like that. If they had any amount of gold or anything of wealth. Maybe
There's
they
no
tried to hide
signs of obvious hiding spots, and this area is maybe 20 feet across. So if you want to dig it up, it's going to take you all
Yeah,
day,
no,
maybe 2 days.
it. Is there an obvious place where the big one would have lived?
No,
No.
it doesn't look like there is segregated housing. It looks like a communal sleeping area. There are some furs lying about. Some rather large furs, now that you're looking at them. Some of them look like wolf furs. Some of them
Would they be worth something?
not this badly smoke damaged and soaked, and hobgoblins sweated, and
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
you also notice that there is a large bear fur off to in one area, but the bear fur strikes you as a little strange considering the size of this forest. The size of this island is not that big, and you haven't seen any bears yet.
Right.
We should keep a
Does
lookout.
it look like a bear cloak or more like a rug?
Looks like a rug.
Okay.
We want to make sure we don't run into any of them. That'd be worse than the hobgoblins.
Most likely. Maybe not the big one. I mean, they must have been able to take it down if they have its fur as a trophy.
True. Well, looks like these hobgoblins are as uninteresting as I expected. At least we managed to get Corny's bow and give him a proper burial.
Yes.
I don't see there's much else for us here. I grab one of the apples.
Specifically, Corny had like special brewing herbs that he had purchased in town, like that were he was going to make like his special brew with. I want to see if I can find those.
They are
Yeah.
scattered across the floor. Actually, Corny's pack is there. It's been completely emptied, and all of his things are just lying
Strewn
about.
about.
Yeah.
Are the herbs strewn about, like lying on the floor in such a way they've become unusable or like damaged? Or are they, like,
You could probably
aside?
wash them. Some of them have clearly been destroyed by the fire. Some of them have been ground into the dirt. Some of them are still quite fine if you just brush them off and wash them out.
Okay, I want to recover what I can of his like special herbs, and I want to find if I can like if he had like his brewing like recipe on him.
I do not believe Corny had a brewing recipe on him. I don't think
I don't
he
think he was
knew how to
literate.
read.
Yeah.
Was he illiterate?
I
Okay.
think he was. I think Malachi and I are the only ones who can read.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you are now. Okay. Then I want those. I want those herbs. And that's pretty much it. I don't need to. These hobgoblins are poor. I don't think I'm looting them. I guess can I make a like 5% find traps roll for like secret areas?
I will make rolls in secret for you. You
Sure.
try and find a secret area. You find no secret areas.
Sure. Okay. After that cursory glance around, I'm good. I'm ready to leave.
Okay. So all of like the supplies that they took from us are still here, right? Like they took all the supplies from the shipwreck, the food and the water.
Yeah. You see
Okay.
coils of rope. You see a barrel of apples.
I think we should haul up all of the all the
Sure.
provisions that we want to
The
take.
provisions, the like two barrels of water, and
we can have
The
a
barrels
canoe.
of water are broken.
they're broken.
That's
Yeah.
fine. We can always collect. We can.
We have-
I mean,
we
there's
have
gonna
a
be an empty
fresh
barrel or
stream.
two that we can fill up. Yeah.
Yeah, I take the empty wineskins actually
Okay.
to fill it with
And
water.
I think what we should do is we should have our canoe, and then we should also like tie another canoe to the back of ours and just load some supplies into that, drag it behind us.
Sure.
Yep. All right, so I guess we spend a few hours hauling all the stuff out of the hole.
Okay.
The apples, the water, the
Uh,
apples, I guess, and the rope.
Yeah. A couple hours later. Is that a tea kettle?
It's a French press.
A
I'm
couple
going
hours
really
later, you've got all of these supplies hauled up. You've got some rope. You've got 2 barrels of apples. You've got, I guess, the quiver, the bow, the arrows, the spices, the wineskins. You can fill the wineskins with fresh water from the spring right there.
Yep.
Yep, it's all picked up.
Okay.
Well, now here's the question: is which way do we sail out?
Didn't we
there
see
was
land?
Yeah, there
from
was
one
like
of the
the
shorelines?
mainland was visible from where we were.
Yes, there is a section of mainland that looks closer than other sections of mainland.
Aha,
It is
I was
visible
testing
from the
you.
shoreline.
All right. Well, any reason to stick around for another day, or should we?
We could leave at dawn if we wait until tomorrow.
How far away does it look, Neil?
A few
I might have
miles.
had like an idea of how fast we were traveling if we spent a whole day on that ship, like watching the mainland kind of go away from us.
I mean, I feel like if we can see it, then it's only going to be like a couple of hours worth of rowing. Is that
See,
right?
I'd rather we left at dawn so that if it did take us all day, we'd get there during daylight.
That makes sense to me.
Better
I would
safe
be,
than sorry, I suppose.
I would be down with that plan.
All right. I
We
go
can
hunting.
watch this one more night.
Neil.
You go hunting.
Yeah.
All right, you managed to get some fish, not a lot.
No, I go hunting game.
Oh,
I'm
hunting
a-
game.
I'm gonna magic missile or something.
All right, you can definitely magic missile a squirrel or some birds.
Yeah, bird. Yeah, a nice
yeah.
exotic looking one.
Is it
Alright.
fine if I leave for about 30 seconds?
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah,
Find
you
it.
can find a bird and magic missile it. Don't even bother rolling. You just kill it.
Yep.
Um,
Pick it up by the feathers, and by the tail. Start plucking feathers out of it. What color? What kind of bird is it? Is it like colorful? Is it a parrot or something?
no, it's a seagull.
Oh man, fucking seagulls. There's so many of them. Do you
Yeah.
remember them, Neil, when you were here?
Yeah.
Seagulls, yeah, man. Fuck.
Fucking seagulls. Yeah, I grew up in a town that was covered in seagulls as well.
I'd love to magic missile a seagull in real life. Sweet.
Wouldn't like to eat one though.
No.
Yeah.
Filthy scavengers.
Well, the question is, do I get 50 XP for that?
No.
That's-
No.
Okay. Never mind then.
Okay,
Since Sean's gone, I'm going to open my window. 5 seconds.
that's fine. So
Did Malachi die?
Yes, off screen. It was brutal.
Damn.
It was a seagull. A vicious seagull got him.
Oh, god. A seagull just comes out and pecks his eyes out. He just falls down. We slay the Hobgoblin King, and he's felled by a seagull. Slayer of Hobgoblins.
It's a 3 HP seagull. I roll a 1 on the magic missile. It survives. It attacks me. It rolls D3 plus 1 damage and kills me.
Oh,
Oh
my god.
no.
Is that... Oh my god, there's so many animals in this game that could actually one-shot you.
Yeah. Like a badger, man. That's a fight. That's a serious challenge right there. A
It
badger.
is. Hell, a badger could probably kill us, like the party.
Yeah, I have like 11 HP. You know?
I have 11 as well.
If that
Did we manage
Hobgoblin
to
King-
roll exactly the same HP?
No, because you had like 3 level, like 1 HP.
No, I get that, but we ended up at the same place. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Are we, well, I guess we make camp for the night then. Like, roast my seagull.
Roasted rat.
Yeah.
okay. Just making notes on my calendar of where you guys are. Yeah, the rest of that day passes uneventfully. It's not a lot to it. You mostly eat apples and seagulls. I think Van Helsing gets a small fish or something.
Okay.
You're fed well enough, maybe a little hungry.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's the supplies in the barrel. I assume it's like stuff meant to last at sea. So we'll
Yeah.
have to bring it back.
all right. That night passes uneventfully as well, and you wake up the next morning feeling fully refreshed. Malachi, you can you can all refresh any spells you've used.
Yeah, I would like to. I'm wondering if there's any like.
Prepare fireball.
Is there like a walk on water spell?
A walk on water spell?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Damn.
I don't know what kind of... Like, I feel like I only ever take 2 of my spells. The others are so
I know that feel.
specific. I mean,
can-
Well, I think once you have more spells to
Yeah, of
slots,
course, play with.
You know.
I mean, I'll just take that again. I gotta say magic missile again, right?
Keep it
We
simple.
don't want to get killed by an eel, so magic missile seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Water walk is 3rd level. Damn.
It's also like an instant kill on any sort of like villager that pisses me off.
This is true.
Thinking about the important things.
Yeah.
Oh god. It'll actually be a scary spell once you get level 3 too.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, it will be.
Like 2d4 plus 2. It's
Mhm.
not bad.
Yeah.
Good.
Corny was always just a word away from death. At 2 HP, it was literally there was no way you could survive.
Yeah, that's. Oh god. It's a brutal spell.
So, you are here. You've got the canoes, you've got the supplies, you can tie the canoes together. You see land. It's on the edge of the horizon, but, you know, that's not that far away.
Yeah, you know,
We've
just
got
tie
some
it-
tree branches
The
to
edge
use
of
as
the
oars.
horizon.
There are actual oars already
Yeah, I was-
okay.
lying around.
So we have real oars. Like, I mean, I wanted to stock up supplies so that we didn't just like go for a full day and then realize, holy shit, that's way further than we thought. So we do stock up a second canoe with supplies that were actually prepared. In
Sure.
case it does take a while.
Sure. Are you carrying barrels with you, or are you just unloading the barrels of food into the canoe and letting it sit?
If it looks like something that wouldn't spoil with getting seawater on it, then sure.
Okay. Yeah.
But it like
If
I think
we
fruit
have
would, because
barrels
salt water
available, why not
dehydrate
keep
it.
it in barrels?
Yeah.
would- that's actually
Because they don't fit in the canoe very well.
Okay.
like I think fruit would dehydrate if it got into salt water, wouldn't it? Because they have water on the inside.
Over a really long period of time, but not.
Okay. So we can just unload it. It's no big deal.
Sure. Yeah, you can just dump the barrel of apples in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that seems
I
good.
think we keep like a bunch of water skins then.
Yeah. I mean, if we have the 2 empty water skins from Corny, right? Plus, I have a wineskin that I can fill from the creek, right?
Are we able to fit one barrel in without too much issue?
That's
And then dump
18
everything else?
pounds of water.
You
I
could put.
assume we all have our flasks, right? We almost all have flasks.
Yeah, but in case it's like an extended trip, if we can fit one barrel in there, I would say put a barrel of water in there just to be safe.
Like the barrel won't sit down inside. You can rest it on the top, but if the canoe tips to either side, the barrel will just like roll out. It doesn't
Okay,
sit very low in the canoe.
that's fine.
And
Is
the
there
ocean
like
is known
is
for
there like a
being very
mini barrel,
calm,
like a
still
sort of
peaceful.
large bucket that we could put it into?
No,
Some water into?
no.
Right, and then we just fill up the water skins. That's fine. I can create water.
Okay, so let's keep track of those water skins for a second. I have 1 on my character sheet. We got 2 from Corny, so we got 3. How many other water skins do we have?
Well, I don't specifically have water skin on my character sheet, but I assume we have like water flasks. Otherwise, we'd probably be
If
dead.
it's not on your character sheet, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Did they not have any?
Is it not part of the iron rations though?
No, water is not part of iron rations.
Van, do you have a water skin?
No. Wouldn't the hobgoblins have some then?
They don't seem to have any water skins.
Okay.
No, I think we
Do
definitely should fill up a barrel and try and get it to sit.
We have 3 water skins. They can hold 6 pounds of water each. Yes?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
We have 18 pounds of water.
Water. That's how much?
It's like 2.25 gallons.
So that's not a lot of water.
No.
That's like a day's
a little
worth of
bit under
water.
a gallon, which is
Look.
about a day's worth.
Yeah.
If something
But I
goes
can
wrong,
create water.
yeah, we're fine. If the boat crashes, like we got more immediate worries than running out of water.
I'm more worried about we travel for more than a day on this canoe. Right?
I can make water. Like I can literally create water out of thin air.
Use your eyes, Croak. It's right there. That isn't a day away. I can tell you right now. We'll be there by
If it-
nightfall.
We would definitely survive 2 days, right? We wouldn't dehydrate and die within a day. And again, I can create water. But if it looks like we're going to get there too slowly, we can always turn back after a first day.
All right. But let's get it on. I am tired of I'm sick and tired of this damn island. Let's get somewhere where there might be some people and a city and a bath.
Honestly, though, this island seems pretty safe right now. There's a spring. We could just come back here, chill out for 4 hours every week.
Yes, perhaps we can build a fortress, make it our base of operations. Once we hit 9th, what's the word I'm looking for?
9th experience tier.
Yes, once I've gained more experience.
Just kill boars in the forest.
I don't know what the hell you two
9
talking
miles.
about. Let's get to a damn city. All right, let's go. I'm sick of this damn island.
All right.
All right.
You guys set out on the canoes and make your way towards shore. Well, it is a few-hour journey until you arrive at this wooded coastline. You get there, you leave at dawn-ish, a little after dawn, because
Is there a sign of civilization anywhere?
No.
While we're traveling? Okay.
so you make it there well before noon. It takes you not too long at all to paddle the roughly 3 miles across this open expanse. Is it roughly 3 miles? Not even 2.5 miles. So you make great time. You get there. Your over preparation doesn't slow you down too much, and it seems like it's been a good day of traveling. But now you're here on this unknown coastline. The woods are fairly thick where you are right now, and yeah.
Well, now that we're here, I suggest that we follow the coastline in the boat until we see a river, and then follow the river until we find civilization.
May I ask specifically why the boat?
Well, I mean, the forest seems pretty dense right now.
Yeah.
It's
Who knows
we
what
may-
lives in that forest?
It's possible we may want to later come back for the canoes and paddle the coastline. We should drag them ashore and hide them somewhere in the trees.
But Mr. Malachi, he's saying that we should continue paddling these canoes around the coastline.
Thing is,
I
we
assumed you wanted-
know that a river has to leave through the coast at some point. So it's only a matter of time before we find a river if we travel through the coast. If we go walking out into the forest, we might never find a river.
Oh yeah,
I
if we
would agree with you following the coastline. Usually you'll find that cities and towns kind of crop up near coastal regions. That
Especially
seems like
near
a
a river.
solid plan.
Well,
plus, if
I suppose
find
we
a
can
river,
walk the coast.
We could paddle down a river as well
Yeah.
and stay in the
I don't
canoe.
know why you. I quite like the boats.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue in the boat. Let's not go too far off the shoreline though. Let's keep it close. Maybe that'll cut down on any potential dangerous animals or what have you coming out of the woods at us. This actually is a better idea than I initially thought.
I agree.
So I
Let's.
think
Should we head north? I say.
Are you guys experiencing internet issues, or is that just me?
You
I feel all right.
It's all fine. Sometimes Zoom likes to tell you if you're experiencing issues, sometimes even before they happen or if they're light. So
Skype
we're
likes
good.
to tell you there's issues even when everything's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Skype likes to tell you there's no issues when there are issues.
The issues with you, Skype.
Actually, I'm getting some stuttering from all three of you. Am I okay on this?
You're fine. You look
Okay.
great.
So, we're at an injunction here. Do we head, up the coast or down the coast? I'm looking at a map on Roll20, and I know which way I want to go, but how do we decide?
Well, do you, as a character, know which direction? Like, rivers don't just randomly pop up, right? They would go within a certain. It's all based on currents.
Here's the thing, Neil. My proficiency is actually navigator.
Hmm.
So
you can navigate by the stars. That's what navigators use.
my other proficiency is limner, which is map making. So between navigation and map making, I'm saying that I've probably got a fairly good idea of the lay of the surrounding land.
Yeah, the coast clearly goes west in one direction and east and then north in the other direction.
I mean, I'm probably knowledgeable about the surrounding area around Shybrook. Now, I might be able to guess the most likely way to travel in the search. Like, if I know that, okay, we travel this way from Shybrook into the sea. There's not many towns to the south. There's more towns to the north, so we're better off heading north, probably.
Sure,
I don't
that
know.
sounds like a reasonable logic to me.
How long were we at sea before we got caught in that storm and shipwrecked?
You were gone a full day.
Right, so we're probably not close to Shirebrook at this point. Like, this was a couple of hours of paddling from an island that we washed up on after shipwrecking over a day at sea.
Yeah, but if I make I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I would have no idea where we are. I'm not, as a real person, I'm not sure how much I would know. But
I think Van says, we have plenty of supplies. Perhaps we could flip a coin. I don't know, he has gold on him. Perhaps we could flip a coin and leave it up to fate as to where we go.
I don't like trusting fate. I'd rather trust my intelligence.
I trust Malachi to get us where we need to go. You've shown quite a aptitude for the navigation in the past, and I've seen the maps on your walls at home. Please lead us where we need to go. I will follow you.
That is the smartest thing I have heard you say.
You need to listen more often. You find I'm quite intelligent.
All right, so based on my assumption that there's more towns to the north, we head that way along the coast.
All right. You proceed along the coast.
Rowan.
Let's take a look at this table. What are you looking for? You're looking for signs of civilization or rivers, right?
A river, yeah. I'm looking
If
for
we
a
see
river.
a river that connects to the ocean, we'd probably paddle up it.
Yeah. Maybe 45 minutes up the north side of the coast, you come across, it's not a full-fledged river, but it's a very large creek. It's maybe 8 feet across. It's not very deep right now, but a very large creek kind of pours out of the forest. Definitely not deep enough to sail your boats up or to row your boats up.
Well, does it go into the forest, or does it kind of follow along the coast? Like, could we keep sight of the river if we sail a bit longer or not?
No, it goes into the forest pretty much straight away.
Well, gentlemen, I suggest we disembark here, hide the canoes somewhere safe, and follow the river.
All right.
Are you sure we should? Huh.
I trust Malachi. If he says this is where the people are up this here little stream, then this is where the people are, and we'll go up there and find them.
You see, the same way following the river on the island took us to the hobgoblins. We should
definitely hide the canoes, however, in case we need to make a swift exit.
Most definitely, yes. I agree with this.
All right, so I jump out of the canoe and start dragging it onto the shore.
Okay. You can easily drag the canoes up onto the shore. It's a little bit rocky around here. The woods are moderately thick. But this creek is a nice, easy path to traverse.
We find somewhere where there's quite a lot of leaves or something to put the canoes under.
It's real easy to hide the canoes in this forest.
Right, and then we, well, chaps, shall we make our way?
Let's.
Well, after you.
Okay, the forest is more my forte, so I begin leading ourselves upriver, keeping an eye out for tracks and or wildlife, trying to get bearings on what's around here, and not lead us directly into bear cave of death.
Yeah.
I think Van keeps he follows behind Croak and just kind of watches in the distance, looks around to see if there's any animals prowling about.
This forest is much more teeming with life than the last one. You can hear a lot more birds chirping. More woodland creatures scurrying off in the distance, at the edge of your view. You even see a few fish in the creek when it gets thick enough and deep enough, or where pools are formed.
I kind of just say to the group, I have a feeling we're going to be fighting a grizzly bear before today is over.
Well, I haven't seen any grizzly bear tracks. I don't know what you're pulling that information from, Mr. Van. I suggest a more optimistic view of our current situation.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes up the creek, 10 minutes up the creek, you come across this weird spider web that's strung between two trees that are maybe 6 feet apart. The spider web itself is rather large. It's maybe a 6-foot diameter spider web. I mean, it's 5 feet across, maybe 6.5 feet tall or something.
I turn around and go the other way.
Yeah, fuck this.
I mean, it's just it's on the side of the creek. You notice there's a frog who's stuck in the web. It's kind of
give it the widest berth you can possibly imagine.
I pick up a rock.
There's the web. And then there's us, and then there's a giant circle that goes around this web and stays a mile away from it. That's us. That's the route we follow.
Right. So you move well off the creek in order to avoid the web.
I mean, we know where the creek goes, so we can always find our way back to it. I say we make a big circle and round around that spider web so we stay nowhere near it.
I agree with this. Giant spiders, not my thing. Creepies and crawlies,
Okay. You start moving off the path, you go off to the other side of the creek and start walking around that way, and pretty soon you come across another similar sized web.
We're going back to the canoe. We're going back to the canoe right now. We turn around and go back to the canoe.
Okay.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. No, I don't even discuss. I just I see the second spider web and I say I'm going to the canoe. I don't even discuss it with the group. I just say it and start to walk off.
How far have we walked, Neil?
20 minutes.
It's 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh well, fuck that. Yeah, right. Let's.
Really?
Look, maybe we'll just.
There might be people further along.
Well,
ain't no people living near this.
Whole day. We could paddle all day, and be miles away from any giant spider webs. We do not need to be here. We have plenty of time. We have plenty of provisions. We can travel up the coast and find a much safer route back to civilization.
Look, I've got a proposition for us.
I don't think there's such a thing as a safe route through the wilderness.
I'm
This
walking
is
as I
my
talk,
concern.
by the way.
Are you guys following him? Because he's walking while he's talking.
No, Van Helsing, please wait 1 second. I agree with you. I don't like giant
talk
spiders.
when we are further away from this spider web, and I just wave them to follow me, and I keep walking.
Okay, Croak, look, why don't we just throw a rock at the spider web, and we'll just see how big the thing is that comes out?
No, it's a giant spider. It'll be faster than us.
You're out of earshot at this point, Van.
What do you think, Croak?
Once they're out of earshot, I say, God damn it, and I walk back.
As I see Malachi Van Helsing coming back, I say, well, I would have been perturbed to do that without our cleric nearby, but since Van seems to have changed his mind, why don't we step a good 20, 30, 40 feet away and give it a try?
All right.
Give what a try?
We're just gonna throw a rock and see how big the thing that comes out is.
No,
It's
we're
only-
not. We are leaving right now. I am not staying anywhere near a giant spider that we're pissing off by throwing a rock at its web.
We don't
We're
know
going
how
back to the
giant
canoe.
it is. We don't know how giant it is. That's what I'm trying to discern.
The web is bigger than me.
Yeah, but maybe it just spins big webs.
Wait,
Look, I agree with you.
maybe
If it's,
there's a swarm of them.
If it's a
No.
giant spider, do you think we can outrun it?
maybe, yeah. They might
I
not
don't
want
want to put our lives up at the stock of maybe. I think we should leave right now because spiders are nocturnal. So let's get out of here while there's still daylight, rather than piss it off and wake it up for us to kill us.
I think spiders only hunt things that go in their webs.
What about people who throw rocks at their
That's
webs?
not necessarily true. I once saw a spider that lived in the ground, and then when a mouse walked by, it went BAM! And got him. It was crazy.
Yeah, but these spiders build webs.
That is true, but I'm just saying, you
Think.
never know. You never know.
Think about it from
Well-
Croak's perspective. If we did have to run away from a giant spider, he would likely be the first one to be caught.
Should we have a vote then? Who votes that we go back to the canoe?
I'd raise my hand immediately.
Croak, what's your say?
I mean, look, I don't want to fight a giant spider, but I don't know for sure that getting in the canoe and getting out somewhere else doesn't lead us in a similar situation. Maybe it's not a giant spider, maybe it's a giant troll. I don't know. I feel like there's no way to guarantee safety. If Mr. Van wants to leave now, we can find another route, and I would support that.
I
But
would
when we
strong-
find another route, we can't keep running away from every danger.
I
Here's the
agree
thing,
with that.
though.
I would ask that we leave now and find another route. Spiders are dangerous creatures, not just because they're large, not just because they
While
can
you're
crush you.
saying this,
God damn it! I told you guys we should go.
Malachi and Ben Helsing, you notice that coming down from this, just like being lowered directly above
Fuck that,
Croak,
Neil.
We run. We
is
run. I'm running
a.
immediately.
Hold on, let me finish. Being lowered directly above Croak, while he cannot see it, is a large spider. It's maybe from end to end. It's maybe about 2 feet across.
Yeah, I shout run and immediately break for the canoes.
Okay, I agree with Van Helsing. Let's go, Croak, run!
Well, if they just start sprinting and running the other way,
Like
I
I,
grab his arm.
Run.
I have to
and just start
assume it's
running.
time to run, so I'll
I grab his
sprint
arm,
with
yeah.
him.
Like
Alright.
Alright.
Van screams run and runs away.
You grab him. You guys scream and run. The spider hangs
We're so
in
hardcore,
midair.
guys.
The spider just kind of like hangs in midair as you guys flee down the coastline, flee down the creek, and make it back to your canoes.
Malachi's not scared of spiders, but I am. So fuck that.
No, Van isn't scared of spiders. I, as a player, am scared of giant spiders because giant spiders are more often than not poisonous.
Yes, no, I
Yes.
agree. Right, well, back to the canoe then. I think we can officially say that that river was a bad choice. You know, there's a good chance that there might be a town on the coast itself. We could even just sail until... If we don't see any more rivers, maybe we'll find a town. People build towns on coasts all the time. Shirebrook was on the coast.
That's true.
Hey?
I can't keep running away from everything. I'm not built the way you two are. I can't run like that.
Then you
Now,
should be the first to advocate staying in the canoe.
Now is not the time, Van!
I'm concerned that no matter where we go, there's going to be dangerous things. Perhaps we should have a plan. Sorry, I need to catch my breath. Perhaps we should have a plan on how to quickly and decisively end an encounter with something similar to that on our next expedition.
Do you have a torch on you?
I don't have any torches. I have a lamp. I have oil. I have a flint and tinder. I can
I have
start
a-
fires.
We
I
could
have a
set this
torch.
forest on fire. That would solve the issue pretty quickly right before we leave.
Let's not do that. Look, I think the problem with this is it seems to be that spiders kind of infest a whole area. That whole forest seems to have been written off. If we come across, a wolf or something, we can kill that. We could kill one spider. There's probably hundreds. It's probably best we just don't go that way.
I would sooner take my chances against a troll.
No.
That is a stupid idea.
Not at this level.
We
I'm
can
saying
sneak
that
past the troll. though.
like in character, I say I would sooner take my chances with a troll than a giant spider.
That seems
Look.
very stupid, but whatever, man. Let's sail away now. I need a minute to catch my breath. I won't be able to oar very effectively in my current state.
You sit down, Crook. I'll row.
It's just
Me and
we
Val
drag
will
the
row.
canoes into the water, we get in,
Thank
Van
you.
and Malachi row, start rowing along the shore.
Yeah.
Looking for another river.
Yeah.
Looking for another river.
like, I think we would mark down rivers at this point, but I think Van wants to advocate just going for a while. We have plenty of provisions. Let's just go along the coast for a while and see if we run into a coastal city.
Yeah, we can refill our wineskins with water when we come across the rivers.
Yeah, and if it honestly came down to it, we can always hunt a little bit in the woods or do some spearfishing, and I can create water. So let's take our time, travel around this coastline, and just see if we can find a coastal city before we start trusting rivers.
All
Yep.
right.
All right.
God, dropping everything here. So you continue down alongside the coastline, looking for rivers.
We stop at the rivers to fill up our water.
Yeah, we fill up with water at the rivers. We make note. I mean, he's a mapper. He knows how to make maps. So I think he if he doesn't have paper, then he mentally notes where the rivers are.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I scribble something down in my spellbook.
Yeah, and then we keep going along the coast until we find a city, or until we think we've circled back. I think.
Okay.
Circled back. Gone around the whole world.
Well, I guess the point here is this may be an island. We may have escaped one island to go to another.
There's land in every direction, though. Right.
So
Travel
it
to
takes
sea
you
eventually.
guys maybe half the day as you paddle along the coast, because the coastline's not exactly straight. It's pretty jagged, and you want to stay close to shore in case something happens, and make sure you have a good view of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes you half the day, but by late afternoon, you see some smoke rising from the woods, much further up the coast, and you see a small settlement coming into view on the coastline.
We did it, boys.
Does it look like when we start? I assume we row closer. Does it look like it's human inhabited?
Yes. The closer you get, the easier it is to tell that this is indeed a human settlement.
Okay.
You see some halflings too, actually.
Thank the
Perhaps-
Lord Almighty.
I
Let
think
us
we,
get in that city and take a nice bath.
Yeah, I think we
So-
want to row up on shore. How big is this settlement?
Doesn't look to be that big. A few thousand people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I consult my knowledge of the local area and the fact that there's halflings and the size of the place and it's on the coast, and try and guess if I know what place this is.
What's your intelligence score?
17.
You think this might be Anvil. It's north of the firewood. It's got a pretty decent halfling population. It's on the coast. Which is north of Shirebrook. If you were to get lost in somewhere along the area, Anvil is the next town north from Shirebrook.
Well, I think this might be Anvil, guys. I say that. I think there's some halflings here. They're generally friendly to travelers.
Do they have a dock, or do we just go right up to shore?
You do see a small harbor that has docks in it, but your canoes can pull up on
Dock
shore.
our canoe.
Yeah.
Holy
shit.
I'm wondering if they have services for storing the canoes. Is what I'm thinking. Because I think we'd want to store them somewhere. Because I don't want to lose. Those are two good canoes, man. We can just keep riding them.
That's fair. Let's see what the price would be to dock a canoe.
We might be able to just sell the canoe.
We
Honestly.
could sell the canoe.
I don't know if we should be settling down here. We need to make to Redport.
Perhaps.
Okay, actually, so where is Redport from here, Neil? Where from Anvil?
Assuming
Sorry.
this is Anvil.
Assuming this is Anvil, Redport is around the peninsula. You'd have to go straight east. If you're in a ship, it would take you a day, 2 days to get to Anvil. If you're rowing a canoe, it'll probably take you like a week to get there.
and if
Or
we
half
had
a week.
horses and cut across.
If you try and cut across by horseback, there is this mountain, this hill range with a large mountain in the middle.
Okay,
It can be
so
difficult
not
to
really
cross that
feasible.
range, but it can be done. There's
Would we
a
mostly stay near the coast? On that, you said it's around the peninsula. Would we stay near a coastline that whole trip?
you could stay near a coastline the whole trip.
Okay.
All right. Well, that sounds.
There's a lot of ways to get there. Oh no. Oh shit.
First, we need a proper meal and a proper night's sleep and a proper town with proper people.
I think
I agree.
we row up to shore. Does anyone come to greet us or anything?
No one comes to greet you, but there are people about. They see you.
Okay. I kind of get out of the canoe and walk up to someone. I say, "Good day, friends."
Well, how you doing, buddy? Says the human male that you're speaking with.
Rather terribly. I got stranded on an island with a bunch of bugbears. We slaughtered the bugbears, traveled across the ocean, found a forest inhabited by giant spiders, ran away, and now we're here. Do you have a tavern?
Well, that sounds like an interesting story. We most certainly do have a tavern. What's y'all's names? I'm Jacob.
I'm Croak the First. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Croak? Wonderful to
Van.
meet you.
Excellent.
Van, he takes a look at you, notices your trappings of holy symbols, and goes, why, thank you, your worshipness.
You simply call me Van.
Yes, my lord. He looks back over at Malachi and goes,
I've got my hood up,
okay.
so it's like shadowed face. I just nod
Sure.
at him.
Y'all are certainly an interesting bunch, but I presume you want that tavern to get a little bit of rest. Let me show you. Let me show you the way to Jacob's.
Thank you. Is there a place we could store our canoes?
Just leave them on the beach. As long as you pull them up above the high water line, y'all be all right.
Very well. I guess we just kind of pull them onto the shore. Hope nobody steals them to go adventuring.
Seems reasonable. Yeah, pull them up
I mean,
on the shore.
if they want to steal our canoes and go die in a giant spider-infested forest, that's their business.
Yeah. You leave the canoes there, make your way, follow this guy to the tavern called Jacob's. But here, your new NPC friend, once he shows you the way, gives you a bit of a half-hearted wave and takes off.
I ask his name, by the way, because I don't think he told us.
He gives you a name and departs.
What kind of town is it, Neil? Is there walls?
There are no walls about this town.
Is there a strong guard presence?
There are a few town guards walking around, but it doesn't look like there are many.
Do they look wealthy? Are the buildings on 2 stories? Are they made of stone? Are they made of wood?
No, everything is made out of wood here. You notice that the village is mostly built, or the town's mostly built right up against the edge of the forest. The forest has been cleared back a little ways, but it kind of sits half in the forest. Like, the forest has like a nice kind of tree line, and the village is built on the tree line, and then it's been carved out. So you kind of have like the forest dense around the town.
Okay.
And then on the side, away from the forest, you notice there are all sorts of like small hills, which you presume to be halfling burrows. And the rest of the town seems to be human populated.
What's the political structure here? Are they subservient to the Baroness? Or are they run by a knight? Is it similar to Burnshire?
Most towns are the same as Shirebrook. And Burnshire?
Like, do they...
Yeah, oh yeah.
Where,
But they had a knight that was subservient
Right.
to the Baroness.
This place is actually a full-fledged town, so you're
Okay.
likely to be encountering a baron here ruling this, although you don't really know too much about this place in particular.
Okay, yeah. So it's big enough that it's its own
Yeah.
political thing. All right, well, seems like as good a place as any to have a drink.
Mhm.
I'm buying, guys. Let's go. Take
Excellent.
my hood down, walk through the door, scan the tavern.
I think Van wants to make conversation with the bartender and kind of find out, like, confirm that we are in Anvil and ask around about some other questions.
You do confirm that you are in Anvil.
I kind of, like, ask about town, like, who runs the city, just, I want, like, details about the town in
Baroness
general.
Adina Largewise runs the town. She is middle-aged. She's got a few kids. She's married. The town, the territory controlled by her and her people is not too great. The woods right next to you are known as the firewood because they burn often.
Mhm. I ask him if he knows anything about the giant spiders we encountered in the woods.
Yeah, well, the woods do have some big creepy crawlies. They're usually pretty harmless as long as you don't walk into their webs or keep your wits about you. You should be fine. I ain't never heard of anyone being mobbed by spiders, but occasionally you do get people who play too close to the webs and get stuck, or someone who trips and falls into a nest, or who falls asleep and just doesn't wake up.
Probably a good call, then, Van.
Yes. Indeed. I think it's best we stay in civilization for the time being. I am done with the wilderness after our recent misadventures.
Barkeep, 3 ales, please, sir.
You are brought 3 ales. So you learn that this is the town. There are plenty of little villages around here that are property of this town. Nope, that's not the map we want. Okay. There are plenty of little villages out there. This is the main hub of civilization in this region. And it's kind of its own little section away from everything else. Not a lot. Not a lot of civilization around here.
So Neil, we're looking at this map here. Where would Shirebrook be?
South.
Like all the way down that coast? Is that the road that we were following that I can see just the edge of it?
Road?
The road that when we left Shirebrook and went north, is that same road? That's just in the corner of the map.
There is no road in the corner of the map.
Yeah, I see a road.
There is no road in the corner of the. You shouldn't be able. What? Hell?
I don't see anything. I just see like.
What are you pinging? There's nothing there.
What? It's like a brown line.
What the fuck? How can you see that shit? Yes, there's a brown line there, but you shouldn't be able to see that brown line. You should be. Your vision should be
just
restricted.
look like you're pinging darkness to me.
Yeah, Mallory, you're like.
I see everything, so you should probably.
You see the whole damn map?
No, I just see like that brown line is the edge of the map that I see.
But so if I were to ping this, what do you see there?
The hills, yeah.
Motherfucker, how are you cheating?
Sorry, I don't know.
I mean, it's not your fault.
He's
but
a fucking wizard.
the wizard is breaking the game, man.
He studied under a diviner. Would you?
I've not like joined as a GM or something. I don't think.
Somehow you are seeing through everything else. You have superpowers, man.
It's been like that, like the last 3. Like I've been looking at this map for weeks now. Well, there's not really any information on it.
That's true. Like we haven't really had much use of that map so far.
All right, what if we do that? Are you still seeing the same thing?
Yeah, no, I still see it. It's weird. I've never seen that before. Try unhiding it and rehiding it again.
Wait, does he just have like GM permissions or something?
I don't know.
think
He
so.
shouldn't.
How do you set him as a player?
Everyone is automatically a player.
Now I see everything.
Yeah. Okay. How about now?
No, yeah, it's all gone. It's all black now.
Okay. Good.
No, I don't even see the map. I just see.
Yeah, I just see the yellow dot. No,
Oh, I literally just have like the white grid when you have a blank Roll20 map.
I see
It
the
should be.
yellow
It
dot
should be
there.
dark. You should have
I'll
a.
refresh it.
Yeah, I see a black screen with 1 yellow dot.
Yeah,
Perfect. That's what you should see.
Okay.
Although the yellow
before
dot is
that, I
all
was
fucked
seeing-
up now. Oh my god. Roll20. What are
before
you
that-
doing to me? You're killing me, man.
Before
Sorry,
that, I
Neil,
saw like
if
a
I-
little patch of land, like a little patch of the land where we were in Anvil.
If I'd have known that I wasn't meant to see it, I would have said something.
No, it's
earlier.
fine. I believe you.
Yeah.
He would have just looked it up on Regal Goblins anyway.
It's like when you were describing those hills, I was like, oh yeah, I can see them. I can see the peninsula.
Okay. Let's see if I can solve our lighting issues here.
That's why before when I was saying like, I want to go north, but it's because I can see on the map where the town was.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant. Like I was trying to find a justification. I thought it was weird that you let us see it.
No, you weren't supposed to see it.
All right, yeah, well.
Oh, it's all right. Whatever. We'll figure out the map thing later. You know, we're at our break point anyway. Why don't we take our 3rd break here and head into our next hour? Second break? Some break and head into our
second break.
second break and head into our 3rd hour. See you guys on the other side. Bye bye.